Navigating Your 20s, a series. Hi guys, I decided to start this series simply because I feel like in our 20s, we go through a lot of different things, and I feel like it's us setting the foundation for our 30s and so on. The reason why I started this series is because I feel like it's not really spoken about enough. As 20 something year olds, we go through a lot of difficulties, different challenges and trials, and also we do have like successes and whatnot, but I just feel like it's not discussed enough. So I took it upon myself to start this series. The first part of this series, this will be all about the difficulties and the challenges that we face in making friends, especially as women. I feel like it's much more difficult to make friends as women in our 20s. So, yeah, let's dive in. I feel like, me personally, as someone in my 20s, it's very challenging for me to find ways to make friends. First of all, I'm asocial. I'm introverted and I have major anxiety. And not to mention me being socially awkward. So I tend to mask it because I've had to in society, like when you want to accomplish things and just move at a certain pace and make friends as well, you have to mask your identity in some sorts, because you being yourself, sometimes I feel like, and this is not me saying like you shouldn't be yourself, you should always 100% be yourself, but I feel like me, when I was growing up, I had to mask my personality and my traits because it wasn't common, it wasn't normal in my culture and where I grew up, and I feel like I feel like it made me shrink myself, and sometimes I feel like I'm an imposter in my own body, you know and when I was growing up, I did have friends, like neighborhood friends or like school and things like that, but those friendships never lasted long, and that's something that I always struggled with, is long lasting friendships. But I just feel like the way I grew up, and it's not like to blame anybody, is to blame, it's just the way that I grew up and I thought that I had to be, made me feel like I had to shrink myself and not speak up for what I wanted in my friendships, which resulted in them ultimately ending in some ways. Also, like different things that led to it and them ending. But I feel like now, as I'm like entering like the mid 20s and all that stuff, is like I don't have time for like short-term friendships. Yes, they've played their part and they've had their season, but I'm at a point now where I just want a community of women that just like have goals for themselves. They don't necessarily have to have the same goals as me, but they do have to have some goals for themselves. So, and also align with kind of what I want in friendships, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want people that will influence me. Not to say that I'm like easily influenced, but I just feel like I want people around me to strengthen me, to push me, to elevate me, and to help me evolve and grow. I don't want people who keep me in the same position that I am, And regardless, I'll just do me. But you know what I mean? It takes a village to really like prosper in life, in a sense. Like, I would say easier, because when you have like these kind of like positive vibes around you, consistently, and this supportive community around you, it just, I feel like it creates this routine and this habit of you just saying, okay, I need to get my shit together, I need to do this, I need to be, it's just easier for you to move in life. I feel like when you have a village and a community with you, so that's where I'm at right now. But I feel like, because I'm introverted, because I'm socially awkward, because I have anxiety, because I'm asocial, me like going out into the world, that's not necessarily how I made friends. It was usually through school or my neighbors or whatever. It never was me like going out in public and making friends. And that for me is like, it's so difficult and it stresses me out, because that's not how I want to make friends. But I feel like at my grown age now, that's how I have to make friends. Not everything can be online, because most of the people that I connect with are not even on the same island as me. Like, they're overseas and in different countries and different places. It's kind of hard to make friends. I was discussing with one of my longtime friends about it too, because I posted on my Instagram stories, and we're just saying like it's kind of hard to make friends on the island where we live, because the girls, some of the girls here are just not, they don't really have that mentality of like long-term friendship and people that don't want the same things as them. It's more so like a clique. It's like more cliquey vibes, like partying all the time, doing this and doing that, and things that just don't align with me personally. While there are women and girls like that on the island, there are also, I feel like, girls that are more so like reserved and just want a small group of people to be around and not necessarily like all over the place. And I just haven't found that yet, you know? And to be honest, I'm afraid to make new friends. I want new friends, but I'm afraid to make new friends, because if you're a woman, and even if you're not a woman, you know how women can get. Some women can be messy, some women can be negative all the time, or just feeling like jealous of you. I've had that so many times. Like, they see you as competition instead of seeing you as like a sister of a close friend, or just a friend in general. They see you as competition. And I don't want any competitive vibes around me, because I am my own competition already. So I don't need to be competing with anybody else. I Everybody has their own lane to prosper in. You know, whether it's the same lane as me, you prosper in your lane at your own pace. But there's never any competition, because that's just how it is. We grow together, we have to evolve together. And I haven't found like women that just have that same kind of mindset. And it's probably because of the where I am, you know. So, and maybe it's a good thing too. You never know. Maybe it's a good thing that that's not happening for me right now, and it's probably just a sign that it's not my time. But at the same time, I can't say that it doesn't get a little annoying, because sometimes you just need some girls to, like, your girlfriends, to be talking about whatever women talk about. Like, I talk to my boyfriend about everything and anything, but sometimes I'm not gonna lie, like, I just want to talk to a girlfriend about something, and you know, like, it's not like I don't like talking to my boyfriend about it, because I do. I love doing that. But also, like, women can be a little intense sometimes. Not to say like your man can't handle it, but I just feel like some things are just not meant to be like discussed all the time, repetitively with a man or with your man, simply because they got their own things going on, you know. And then all the time they want to like hear about like makeup or whatever. Like, sometimes it's just like you just want your girlfriends around you to like talk about different things with. And let me just say, my man actually loves when I come to him and talk to him about any and anything, and that's okay, you know. It's fine. Where I'm at right now in my life as a woman, I need other supportive women around me, you know. I don't want to have like friends that just gonna be there to monitor me and to like just stick around me because of what I'm doing, or what I have, or what I may have, or what I think I may have, or opportunities, you know. I don't want opportunists around me. I want genuine friendships, because I'm a genuine person, you know. I take friendships serious. I'm not a needy friend at all. Like, you could not talk to me for 2 days and I would be fine. You know, like, I would be fine, because I love my solitude. I love being by myself most of the times, but I also love having like friends that I could just say, "Hey, let's go do something," or "Hey, what do you think about this?" Like, just that kind of like, it's just natural. Like, it's not forced, you know. I For me, sometimes I felt like most of my friendships were forced, and we were trying too hard to like maintain it. And sometimes it always felt like I was tiptoeing around them and not being my true self. Because if I was my true self, which is just like introvert 101, I don't feel like doing this right now. I'm low on energy and I just want to rest. I don't feel like talking. And that's me. And I just feel like some people are not like, they don't want to be bothered by that. They don't want to like have to deal with all of that, which is fine. Like, I don't want people to feel like they have to deal with me and my mood swings, because I do get burnt out quickly when I'm like when I'm talking too much, when I'm engaging to socializing too much. I get burnt out quickly, and I don't want people to feel like they have to put up with that all the time. But going back to me masking, I've had to mask that and go against the way that I am naturally, which is I'm not a social person really. You would never notice it because I'll be fine. Like, I'm bubbly when I feel like I don't want to come off as like rude. But I'm naturally a bubbly person too when you really get to know me. Like, my personality is very bubbly, very friendly and stuff. But when I get into that mood where I just don't feel like talking, it's because I'm burnt out, and my introvertedness just says, girl, you need to relax. And not much people could handle that, which is fine. But I don't want them to pretend either that they can, and then the friendship is not real, and it doesn't feel real. Sorry, I'm looking at my other camera here because I'm multitasking because I want this to go on TikTok as well. But yeah, so that's kind of what I wanted to discuss. I've had it on my mind for a while to discuss it, but I was so busy, taking out my locks and all that stuff. So yeah, let me know if you have any other topics for this series called Navigating Your 20s in the comments. And if you want to see more like this, subscribe and hit that like button. Share it with your friends, tag anybody that you feel like would need to hear this, because listen, your 20 somethings, it's a lonely time, especially when you're like up trying to get your life together, get your shit together. Some of us move back with our parents because life is just so hard and things aren't going as we thought they would, and things aren't going as planned. Prices are increasing, rent is increasing, all of these things are increasing, and it's like we can't catch a break. But it's okay, because if you have like parents that you can go back to, and sometimes it's not the most like comfortable thing or fun thing to do, but you gotta do it sometimes to just get your feet back up and get yourself back up on your feet, I mean, and accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. So it's not a bad thing. It's just it takes a lot of mental strength first and discipline to just say, yo, I gotta do this. Like, I really gotta get up and get my shit together. So if you enjoyed this series, if you enjoyed this episode, sorry, leave a comment down below. If you have any other topics for this series, leave it down in the comments as well. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends. Bye guys.